Hey guys, Dark Prometheus here. Welcome to a first look early access of Ultimate General American Revolution. So I've played a couple of campaigns that trying to learn the game. This game is particularly hard as the obviously because you're only playing the US on what is out right now, and England is difficult. So we're going to jump in this and we're going to have some fun. We might fail, we might succeed, I don't know, but here we go.
To do something great. Every day they have a choice to take a step closer to their destination or to run away.
So this is how you kind of join what campaign you're doing, and obviously we're going to use the USA campaign. Essentially George Washington.
I was the first child in the family.
I am Dark Prometheus.
As the eldest child, I took on much of the responsibility for my younger brothers and sisters.
I'm gonna go. I learned to keep everyone engaged with different tasks.
At the age of 11, I lost my father, and the responsibility for all family affairs passed to me. Plantation management and financial matters became part of my daily routine.
We do the commander. I will always find ways to help my workers accomplish their tasks more efficiently.
I spent my adolescence studying and managing the family's plantation. My mentor and older half-brother, who was like a father to me, died during our trip to Barbados. His loss affected me greatly.
Constantly worried that I will lose someone else.
At the age of 20, I was appointed commander of the Virginia militia, in part due to my organizational talents. Tensions over control of the Ohio River Valley eventually sparked the French and Indian War. I was able to apply my skilled management to help prepare my troops.
I will say my soldiers often spent their time shooting at targets.
We fought well, capturing several French forts, and in spite of some setbacks, we succeeded in driving out the French. My attempts to secure a commission in the army were thwarted by English officers with little respect for my abilities, so I decided to resign. My next steps were
Reputation. I was actively involved in local politics and succeeded in increasing my popularity.
Afterwards, I ran for and was elected to the Virginia House of Burgesses. In 1774, I was elected as a delegate to the First Continental Congress in Philadelphia. There I helped secure
Recruitment campaign to expand the militia.
tensions with England have reached a breaking point. In the near future, a confrontation will break out, and I will have to use all my experience to fight for the independence of the colonies.
All right, so we're gonna do normal. George Washington. We're gonna take George Washington's picture. We're gonna play it on normal because this game is particularly difficult, like very difficult, or I'm just that bad. All right, so should be erased because we didn't hire mercenaries, but I hired 2 regiments, one from Pennsylvania and one from Virginia, to support the Patriot cause. I've traveled to Massachusetts with 2 regiments, eager to join the fight against the British. The Patriot Army was in need of reinforcements, and the arrival of the 2 raised regiments is a welcome sight. I must quickly integrate the new soldiers into battle plans and lead them into action. So we will also have Lexington and Concord, which is kind of like your tutorial battle of sorts. Here we have the 6th Connecticut and the 2nd Connecticut. 6th Connecticut is under Kieran Daddy McGee. And Edwards Filkins is commanding the 2nd Connecticut. So we'll get the perks here. I mean, these perks of discipline is better because of willpower and efficiency. Looking at these guys, we can't pull them up yet, but there's a additional window. But you have your provisions, your food, your ammunition, your morale, which your general gives morale bonus, and then a condition. You also, and I didn't notice this, you can join armies and do it that way. And so these troops are always be with us. Here's Lexington and Concord, kind of the tutorial battle of sorts. I will urge in commanding the local Patriot fortress, so we'll get some extra prestige from this. So let's go fight some redcoats. So here we are. It's a tutorial mission, so we don't use our troops, but essentially we'll get a bunch of stuff thrown at us. Here's the weapons cache here at I think this is technically Lexington. The battle is at Lexington and at Concord. So we just have to have a delay. And then we'll get new units as time goes on. So one thing to note, and I don't think these units will do it, if you hold them and they start firing, we typically will have the first rank raise, but that is only on regulars. Regulars in this game are immaculate. They are absolutely awesome. And the British have regulars and we don't. So I'm expecting to get obviously rushed. We'll go up to speed 2. Gonna be only infantry. As you go higher in difficulty, the British will bring out cannons. First British regiment is gonna get close. Let's retreat. We are playing a little... It's a skirmish. It's not a decisive battle. Let's get these up. 65 here. 65, and that 75 will be there. Let's, at this point, run them. These are skirmishers. These are... ones there. There's some more irregulars. Minutemen. Difference here's these are Minutemen. Those are the Concord militia. We are automatically going to retreat out of this again. Retreat is the name of the game, so... so we can get some regulars in place. Now we obviously can't go toe to toe with the British regulars. It's not going to happen. And the British know this. The British know that we can't go toe to toe with them. But the idea is the Minutemen will try to force them to attack us in ways that we can hold this. Give ground. Okay. Here's the Sudbury militia. Dude, the militia part's finally getting here. That will go there. You'll go there. You'll go there. And we'll put this one in the middle to take over from there. All right, 2 more Minutemen arriving, and now some Colonial Militia. Or some Lincoln Militia, actually. We're doing what we can. Stall the British forces. Okay. I need you to hold the line here against British forces. So this means this unit has routed. They put out the white flag. They are done for the battle. Obviously, woods are going to give you more protection. Another 250. This is going to go up here. This 250 is going to go down here with this militia. And now we're going to fight. Let's move the militiamen out. Or the Minutemen, really. Let's fill these ranks, the inner ranks here. Let's move out this unit. Let's move him around the flank. Okay, we're gonna move that one off the line. We're gonna move up. Refill that. The British got on our flank here. Did rout us. There's the power of actually having Fusiliers or regulars. There's something we don't have. However, with our light troops, we're able to get behind and get around the enemy much more effectively. But one thing we have to do is actually get on the enemy. They did break us. We're gonna counter attack there. Now, this is not a fight you can actually lose, I think. I'm not really worried about it. By the sheer number of troops that I have, we will whittle down the British so they can't actually take either of these objectives. Countercharge those 50. Let's press the militia advantage. None of these troops are ours, so not really worried about it. That's why we're going this fast. This unit will rout. Okay, they're done. They're done. Everyone's firing at that. That one's done. We're gonna countercharge that. There's another one. Okay, let's go take on this one. I don't think the British are programmed to actually retreat because this is like a tutorial fight. And this is to kind of show you how much militia you actually need to win against the Redcoats. And it is a lot. A lot of militia was required to win this. Okay. Go track down this British unit. Okay. Oh, I thought we could probably play finish there. But none of this really matters. We do get the guns and stuff from it, so I guess it does kind of matter. So we got some civilian muskets and some more men. Another unit. It's up here. So one thing with this game is this unit is is out of range. I can't see them, out of sight, meaning the orders will be delayed. We also will not see where they exactly are in that. This is the 84th Continental. I'm not sure if they have regulars, but we have our army down here. We're going to march down to Providence. We're going to tell this unit to march down as well and meet us there. And we're going to keep this unit here at Hartford for right now. Actually, you know what? I am going to leave. I'm going to have Redmond leave the garrison and stage up at Newport. I think these two are my Continental troops. You can't see them yet. We only have our army management, which doesn't show us much right now. All right. So we see where Redmond is. He's staged down here. We're going to get an attack going. And now what this means is everything within the red will be on the field of battle. And we should be online with each other attacking Providence. And then if there was any reinforcements, they would be in the yellow box. You can't move them. They come in from whatever direction they are supposed to, north, south, east, west. And that's kind of how it plays out. Now, sometimes the British, the AI will not want to fight you. That will likely be the sentiment here, because we outnumber them 3-1. The AI is not dumb. And that's right, they will flee from the field. We won't be able to catch them because we don't have dragoons or anything like that. Dragoons, though, were very painful when the British started getting dragoons. So they're going to move out. They're going to take a line at Providence. So with that in mind, I'm going to have Gian Filkins give chase. The Continental Congress commissioned you as the commander-in-chief of the Continental Army. You were selected over other candidates based on your previous military experience in the hope that a leader from Virginia could help unite the colonies. So that will actually get a couple of things up. So we have our headquarters now. This is us. We're going to get our quartermaster project done. And one of the reasons why we took the reputation is I want to spend the reputation to get it. I will explain all of that in due time, what that all means. We're going to have Redmond go on the attack. And we are going to move down. And after we told Redmond to attack, we are going to go down there, see the skirmish, and we are going to have a good old fight against the British. Now, we are not 2-1 down here, but this should be a fight that the AI will want to take, but should be one that we should be able to win. I don't know why it does that. So we're going to set up in the forest, because obviously the forest is where you want to be. Forest gives us cover. And if the British do come at us, they will. We are going to hold here with our lines. So as you see here, the kneeling of the first row and the second, it allows us to get more shots on the British. Now we're fighting at max range here. The British want to close the distance. Now obviously they're going to have better accuracy in shots. Let's move this unit here. Let's run them into space. We'll run them into that space. And we'll tell them to hold. So they get more shots on this unit. Because units will shoot between here and here. So we're cutting down the British lines right now. We're going toe for toe with them, which is not a smart thing, but it's 2-on-1 here. As long as we don't lose the morale quick enough, we should whittle them down faster. Now, if the British charge us, that could be an issue. Militia troops are not obviously particularly good compared to the Redcoats. Non-professional. But they're the bulk of our army right now, and we are going to beeline as fast as we can Fusiliers, which is essentially our regulars. These are considered Fusiliers. So we're exhausted. We lost the condition at this point. So if they were to assault us, we would likely lose that fight. Fighting at range up here with this one, not too bad. We only have 15 kills though. So that first unit will run and break. And we are going to take our position and hold. Now, this isn't like any other Ultimate General games where you have to push the objective. I can sit here and wait for the British and get our condition back up. What we also have is we can also tack that on. You can kind of see the ranges. You can also see your line of sight for units. So I can move like this unit over here and I can see if they are coming back or if they're not coming back. We're going to do is scouting. British have taken a position on the point. This one on the left has not. So what are we going to do? We're going to put this one here and we're going to protect our flank with this. The other one's just out of range. We'll cut down this British unit, this redcoat unit, out in the open. We're in the woods in 50 and 45% cover, so we'll take less casualties. But this British unit is out in the open, and it's going to take a lot more casualties. So what constitutes this cover? So obviously it used to be some buildings. Now buildings don't constitute as cover. It's just mainly forests. It's probably not instituted yet where you can actually occupy buildings. Things like that. It is an early access game. Some things aren't implemented, so it makes sense. Let's send out to our general. Okay, we see him out here. With this in mind, we don't want to get flanked, but let's get our armies, our regiments over here. We're going to come out and act like we're thinking about this unit. Okay, so I'm going to take this unit. See, it knew what I was doing. It knows what I want to do. I'm going to take this unit and put them in the forest. With good cover. I'm going to cross the street with this one. We're trying to play smart with this. We're likely just going to charge this unit. If it gets close. We fired, and now we're going to charge. See here? This redcoat unit is absolutely demolishing my militia unit. We do route 1. We do get a good win in the south there. And not have to put my entire army in danger. the end of the day, we're gonna have to. We can't always be like that. So organize the quartermaster's department. Rescue army, muskets, market and storage are also opening, allowing trading recruitment and resources. So what we have here is we want to get the best that we can get here, which will be Patriot. So what this will do is allow us to get extra army limit the higher this officer is. So we're going to get research speed into... Actually, here I'm going to get wagon. We can get wagons. Engineering. I do want to get engineering. We're also going to rush that as well. For this, we are going to move up these 2 units. Redmond's going to continue to posture there. And now we have Providence. So I'm going to move this unit to the south. We're going to cut off his retreats. Now develop your infrastructure, economy, and production of military equipment for your army. By using the constructions and productions tab, engineering department research also unlock the artillery department, which we do want to get our artillery up. We do get this. We do get 10%. Artillery department is probably one of the most important departments in the game. So chief engineer. Take Jay Richardson. Let's put him in here. And let's grab this. We're going to rush that 96 out. Of Newport. Or 94, whatever it is. Son of Redmond move up. So that surrendered. So what that means is that unit will not be on the field. They still just want to skirmish. In this case, we're going to come in and charge at that. So Newport is taken. We're going to move up to Leicester with this. Actually, Providence with this army. Same thing with Redmond. Salt does not want to take it. We get 450 some more militia units at Leicester. We can now develop our artillery. And we get the USS Obedient with 10. And we get a production, infrastructure, and Hartford portion. So we can kind of look up. I think we have... I think this is all we're going to unlock here. So we'll kind of go through all of this. Artillery chief. We do want this. Our next thing we're going to be doing is we need to beeline it to Fusiliers. So we're going to get the Army Innovation and we are going to beeline it down there. We do have 2 British ships out here. I don't think the Obedient can take that. Guy, do not follow him to Boston. Okay. Here we go. So this is our efficiency through here. We have 1 more officer. We will recruit another unit, another militia unit. So this is all our efficiencies, things like that, based off our officer. I'm not sure if officer promotion is in there. I know units can get promoted with that, and that's in the game. I'm not sure if officer stat promotions are in yet. So by sticking them in here, we are going to replenish the troops just as long as we have enough guns and all of that. We captured Providence. We know that was done. We captured Newport. We know that was done. Okay, so production infrastructure. So let's go through the tabs. Obviously through here you have your standard map mode, which is just where we are as Massachusetts, part of Connecticut and Rhode Island. What else we have is supply network. So this is how your units will get supplied. The unit station in Leicester is not going to get supplied. However, while Portsmouth is cut off, it will get supplied because it has a port. Same thing kind of through here. Port supply runs from capital, so through Hartford and Providence we'll get supply here. Mining resources, pretty much resources you need: wood, iron, coal, saltpeter, that sort of thing to actually produce items, ammunition, all that stuff. Our control map, which is where armies are. We don't know what's here. Boston, we've kind of seen that through intel, and then we have 913, but it's still under their control. Loyalty map mode. At the end of the day, I'm not sure ultimately what this turns into. This might actually affect recruits, but remember, it's early access. There's not, some stuff is not implemented yet, and I'm not sure what those other stuffs are. And then obviously C map mode, we're not going to be out here trying to tell the British they can't own the seas, because if you know anything about the British Navy, it's not going to happen. So here's our production infrastructure. So we need to go over to Hartford for production. So it wants production. This is your production. I'm going to left click and boom, it's there in Hartford. To be done in 37 days, and we'll get that 10 reputation. Rhode Island has one for agriculture, it looks like, going through, which we need that to feed our armies. Next is production. We're going to set up a musket production line because we are going to need it. We're going to go in here though and get our factories up. Let's get 5 for right now, and let's start with 4 on musket. Let's get 3 on musket production, 1 on cannons, 1 on cannons, and then 1 on ammunition. So we'll get enough ammunition and whatnot so we don't run out. Here, market, obviously buy and sell, simple. Army management, kind of see your armies, what's what, who's where, that sort of thing. Some of these buttons work, some of them don't yet, so there's that. And I don't know what prisoners are for. Okay, so we can kind of sort out how we want to set things up. So Connecticut's it's all about construction points. And I think we're pretty popular here, right? In Connecticut, for the most part. We're really popular in Rhode Island. Can we see where the factories are coming from? Well, this will increase mining, so we'll do that. Then here we'll do We'll do mining. Okay. Oh, we don't actually have Middlesbrough or that. Okay. So Middlesbrough is one that will have supply. We'll put him in. The one thing we'll do also is we'll look at this. There's another 720 coming into Boston. We're going to get some more Fusiliers because this is the only spot where we can get some Fusiliers. We are going to go heavy on those guys to start with. These are going to be our main frontline troops. So with these, with the ones that the game actually provides us, we're not going to be able to put any more in. However, up at Portsmouth, I would like to get... and it'll be supply from the sea. I would like to get those units up, and Seth Seymour needs to protect Portsmouth pretty much with his life. Still a lot of stuff that we probably can't see there. Okay, so we have Middlesbrough, Providence, and Leicester. Now we could get more in. Middlesbrough was captured. We're not using all of our factories or shipyards really, mainly. That's how we're going to do that. Now, with that in mind, I'm going to get these 3 recruiting house in Hartford. Okay. We come in and we have all these things. It wants a recruiting house in Hartford. So we're going to get that recruiting house. Also, I'm thinking about officers right now as well. So let's get officer points. The schoolhouse here. And then in Providence, give me some horse production. We will need that. In Middlesbrough, give me some officer points. And Leicester, give me some officer points as well. That's going to help us maintain officers in that, because we need officers to kind of run our armies. We're not going to pull anyone off any special weapons. We're just going to do our best to try and produce as many civilian muskets as we possibly can. And we do have 4 3-pounders. In that, we're going to come up and get another militia regiment. We do have Trevor Knoll. We'll get a militia. We'll get a militia. We'll get another militia, and then we'll get an artillery piece for that militia regiment, and we'll hope that we can actually raise him enough. This is going to be a part of the attack on Fort Stevens. We will need that for an attack on Boston. Did that go through? It didn't. There it goes. I'm not sure what we're waiting on here. Sometimes the tooltip doesn't tell us anything. Well, in reality, sometimes it doesn't tell you anything helpful. But it should be. It actually didn't save that either. Okay. It looks like he's doing a movement towards Portsmouth. I'm going to leave the garrison here. I'm going to use Filkins to move around here. I'm going to get one of these units out. Redmond's going to move to Middlesbrough. And we're going to hold here. We're going to get this unit. Actually, Noel has to be here because we can't resupply anywhere else. I'm gonna make sure that this is actually an attack north and not a reinforcement of Salem. I think it's a reinforcement of Salem, actually. Yeah, I think it's a reinforcement of Salem. There are really no warships in this region. Okay. There's another militia unit that just formed at Leicester. No, it formed at Hartford. We're going to get it out. We're going to move. We're going to march Simpson up to Leicester. Okay, in 14 days, we'll get this up. Produce 100 muskets, we'll get there. 20 ships outside Boston right now. They're doing an insane job of protecting. All right, the next one's going to go to Providence, but we're going to march these two up. We don't have another officer, but I'm not getting off of Army Innovation here. We have two other officers, though. We can't use them for anything, actually. It's the first time I've seen this, though. All right. So there's the relations. We have another unit from Hartford. Leave the garrison. Get them up to Providence. Okay, in one more day this will be up and we will march. We're looking for trade vessels, is what we're doing. Okay. We're going to take these two units. We're going to join them in a brigade. And they're going to march north. Return to port. I saw that. I saw those two British ships. Okay, capture Boston. We have the mission to do it. Let's go up and capture Fort Stevens. Boston does not have reinforcements yet. Okay, there's the musket production. We are kind of equal in how we're doing of our situations out here. Now, we are obviously not going to be able to take on the issues that we're going to be having. Get more ammo. Textiles. Hold on. Do I need textiles at this point? I'm gonna say we're not producing any textiles, so that might be nice. Let's get those, and then we're definitely going to need horses. Let's get horse production up, maybe. Let's wait. Do I have let's get horses up here. We can get horses here. Okay, Filkins. We're gonna see what's up at Fort Stevens. Not a lot. We're gonna come up. We're gonna fight at Fort Stevens in the next episode once we initiate this contact. We'll have our first fort battle. The British are content staying within Boston and Salem. So they start getting reinforcements. When they do, it will be a bad day for us because it's going to be at least 4,000 or 5,000 more. They're going to flood through Boston more than anything. So thank you all for joining me. Go leave a like below, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Later.